A very good day to all my listeners all across the globe. This is George Nathaniel for you, and welcome back to my podcast. As you'll know, my podcast is all about wellness, progress, and our life's contribution, and how we can build happiness all across. I always come back with very specific topics that relate to our lives, topics that can help us to enrich our lives, and topics that can make our lives even more meaningful. Well, what is my topic for today? My topic for today is value and goals. Well, as each one of us knows, each day is a new day, and be whatever, there's always an opportunity to add value and build newer goals. So, when we look at values and goals, both of them are different, but they always go in stride. It's like the right foot following the left, or the left foot following the right foot in motion or direction of efforts. So, when we look at values and goals over our professional lives, our personal lives, we need to look at them in a more holistic manner. We need to look at them having a bigger vision inside. So, what I've done is I've kept a few key takeaways that are very simple in terms of values and very simple in terms of goals. Well, these are common in our professional lives and professional lives and personal lives. So it's how we make the best of things, or how we make the best of efforts. So when I relate to the key takeaways on value, I would say it's very important to be the person we are. Because that what builds the biggest value or our contribution to life. Next, I would say is our performances or our commitment. How committed we are, or how much we put in our efforts or our performances. It's very important. The third, in terms of value, is being proactive. Each one of us needs to be proactive towards things. Now, when I mean proactive, it means looking at the highs and lows, looking at positives, negatives, looking at happiness, looking at sorrows, looking at growth, looking at failures, looking at everything. We need to be proactive. So, with my right foot forward, let me follow it with my left foot and move in motion towards growth. And let's look at our goals. So, when we look at goals, what is very important for us is to understand what we make of life. That is the most important goal for each one of us. So when I spoke about value, I said as a person. So when you look at goals, we say what we make of ourselves. So what you make of yourself in terms of being that person. Next in lines of goals would be our consistency on life's growth. So when I spoke about values, I spoke about performances, I spoke about commitment. And when you relate to that in goals, we say we need to be consistent on life's growth. Next, in terms of goals, would be how well one is carried. So when I say how well one is carried, it's about giving back to life. And when I relate to values, I talk about proactiveness. And when we come back to goals and we talk about how well one is carried, is your importance in life, your contribution in life. It is never easy to be everything, nor is it easy to do everything. But yes, when we look at values and goals, we can always keep a balance. And if we are able to maintain a balance well between values and goals, we can be rest assured that yes, we have enriched our lives. We can be rest assured that yes, we are adding some value over our efforts in life. We can be rest assured that yes, we are building over our goals in life. So as you see, values and goals go in stride. So it's very important for us to build our values and build our goals in life. I keep my podcast very simple because I'm sure each one of us has their own values and each one of us have their own goals. So when you sit down and relate to your own values, when you sit down and relate to your own goals in life, it's important to make your life even more meaningful. It's important to understand progress. It's important to understand how you can build happiness, how you can share happiness, and how you can build wellness all across life. I hope you like listening to this topic of my podcast, which is values and goals. My podcast is available across all platforms, and I even have my blog website, which is georgenathaniel.net. Come in, listen to my podcast, read my blogs, put in a request, and I'll be more than happy to talk about it or write about it. I wish you all happiness and success in life. Be happy, spread the happiness, and let's make life even more meaningful. Thank you so much. This is George Nathaniel.